It is a girl, okay. Hi, this is Cass from Aussie Cass Plays, and welcome to part 16 of the Mint generation of my Not So Berry challenge, and also the day in which the second generation heir welcomes the third generation heir into the world. It's like a Thursday. It's 2 days to Ruby's birthday. Elsa is in her third trimester, so I'm actually thinking, I was debating whether to keep her home from school because she's very academically focused, and I feel like she would desperately want to go to school up until the point where she can't. Normally I wouldn't be sending my Sims to work or school on the day they're due to give birth, but I also feel like she would want to go. Obviously, Phoenix then does not have an excuse to stay home. I'm trying to remember what time of day it was when they got pregnant. I know they went out for like their late breakfast, so it could actually be during the school day. And I don't know what's going to happen, especially because I've used a mod to make it so she could get pregnant in the first place as a teen. Now, in terms of Sianne, because obviously I'm keen to get Sianne's gen done so I can 100% focus on Phoenix, she actually just needs to get 2 more promotions. She will get promoted today. Absolutely will, because she's like the width of my cursor off getting the tick. So I'm not going to go with her today. I don't really feel like I need to. We'll just tell her to go and work hard and she'll be fine. And yeah, so today we get to meet little third gen, yellow gen. I'm going to keep calling it summer gen. You guys are going to have to forgive me. I blame Kelsey and Peach K. Here is our mother, Queen Elsa. He's like, look, why don't we stay home today? You know, spend some time together. And she's like, no, I feel like this baby's going to eat up enough of my time as it is without me also. Oh, okay. Except she's going into labor now, so never mind. I want to go to school. And then she's like, oh, wait. Oh, maybe now, not now. Now, Phoenix is going to go to the hospital with her. I love how he's like he's updating social media about to be a daddy. I am planning for Sianne. I would have said if we weren't about to get promoted again, I would have said Sianne would be like, let's all go to the hospital together. Especially because they're teens. He probably doesn't even know where to find his, I'm going to say Medicare card, that's what they're called here. Like your healthcare card, I suppose social security card, something in America. Darnell, maybe, can he take a day off work? Yeah, he's got loads of vacation days. Get up, Darnell. They're making out in the bathroom. Darnell, get up. So I'm going to have her go to the hospital and I guess we'll bring Darnell with us and let Sianne go to work. She's got a very important project that's due. She wants to support her son, but she can't. I mean, it actually would make sense for her to come because she's meant to be really close to the yellow gen. It is what it is. This is the price I pay for teen pregnancy because I am doing this. Oh, can I only bring one sim with me? Well, it has to be Phoenix then, doesn't it? Never mind what I said. I think that the parents would want to come. Maybe I can bring him once we're there. Maybe once we load onto the lot, I might actually be able to bring Darnell across. Well, since you're not going, repair that. I want to click work hard. They went to school. I said okay, I'm going to have to bring them home. They went to school. I thought they went to the hospital. Come on, Elsa, quick. She's going to have this baby at home. And now it's taking us to the hospital. I didn't notice it had queued the go to school interaction. That's on me. I did get some excellent name suggestions. Thank you to everybody that suggested names. Oh, his responsibilities out of trait range. Well, I mean, that is actually appropriate because he is at the hospital with his teen pregnant girlfriend. I don't like that she's put that there. I know we're not having twins because the rule for this next generation is that red gen can only have one kid. That's why I know what she's having because I had to check to make sure she was only having the one so that we didn't accidentally end up with twins. I mean, I could have in theory done something a bit dodgy like he got one baby and she got the other, but I feel like that's weird. I'm ignoring the fact that this is glitching out. I really wish they'd fix it. I thought it was a mod thing, but it's not. It's the game. All right, we are changing the surname to Berry. It is a girl. Okay. Now I was just looking through the baby name suggestions and 3 of you suggested the same name. I feel like I have to go with the majority rules on this one. So thank you to CF Simmer, Lady Sweetheart Sims, and I'm sorry I'm going to mangle your username horribly. Ses Homayu RS Babe. I feel free to laugh at me. I'm so sorry. The baby name you guys all suggested was Marigold, which is a beautiful name for a yellow sim. So we're going to go with Marigold. Loving it. And it is just one. Like I said, I had to double check. She was actually only pregnant with one, so I didn't have to like cheat or anything. Oh, she's making noises, but she's still also stuck and we're T-posing. I'm just gonna reset you. Yeah, give her a feed. I don't know if this will actually work here. I feel like it will teleport us out. Vanessa Jong won the lotto. That's just rude. So I guess since these guys left to go to school, my explanation for why the parents did come to the hospital is because it was all a bit of a shock. So she's insisted on going to school and Phoenix was with her in class. They were sitting in the middle of a history class or something and she goes into labour and the teachers, quite rightly, panic. And I don't know if they called an ambulance or maybe he's got his license now. So Phoenix drives her to the hospital or maybe one of the teachers even. Darnell and Sianne have gotten a call from the school to say, hey, just so you know. Yeah, so that's the situation. Downstairs next to Phoenix. I mean, honestly, probably a better choice for her because I don't know how long Elsa's going to be here. And of course, that means Ruby's come home as well. She's downstairs in the gym, working out, doing some reps. It kind of annoys me that the game is like, yes, therefore the teen's home, so therefore the toddler has to be home. It's no surprise that Phoenix is quite salty at his little sister. Like, he never gets to like, even when he's home sick from school, his sister's there because the game is like, well, you know, you don't need to have a little bit of time to R&R, do you? Let's have a quick look at this little generic baby. Little generic baby bean. Looks like, I mean, she's wearing yellow. So I do want him to go and say hello to his daughter, but I'm also conscious that said daughter is asleep. I think these two actually need to have a conversation. She's realised how bad moody Phoenix can be. Bad moody, obviously a term from the Buffy the Vampire Slayer era. You know, you're all bad moody. Oh, the doggo needs help. Hi, Shingo. I guess she could go and meet the baby. I'll also get him to meet his daughter properly. I mean, they would have met at the hospital in theory, but let's see how this goes. Obviously, Ruby can't be friends with Marigold until Cyan is no longer with us. It's actually one of the rules of the challenge. So for whatever reason, she's like instantly taken a dislike to this baby, which is horrible. Come over here and bounce and coo out and cuddle and rock your child. And then I'm going to get him to walk the dog. And Elsa's like, why am I entertaining your nanny? This is ridiculous. Pleased to meet you, Marigold. And she's like, goo goo gaga, because that's what they do. Is she right? Oh, she's in here playing with the dog. That's very cute. Talk to him. Give him a pet. Oh, she's pretending to be a cat. And he's like, what? Shingo's upstairs, presumably looking after the baby and the toddler. Someone's got to do it, I guess. Talk to stranger. You can talk to Shingo. He's an old friend of the family. It's fine. It's fine. It's Shingo. Now, I do need to add a room for Marigold. One idea that I actually had was I might actually convert this to Marigold's bedroom and move Phoenix permanently down into the basement. Like we do have room. I could actually add a bedroom here. It does mean that Sianne would be more likely to attend the baby, which makes sense because we want Sianne to attend the baby. Now, I actually want these guys to sit down and have a talk. I think they need to have a conversation. He's maybe got it in his head that now they have a child together. Maybe does that mean that they need to like exchange promise rings or get engaged or something, you know? Oh, and the parents have gotten home just in time. Sianne has been promoted to a mad scientist. She'll now make an additional 28 per hour for a grand total of 215. She's also received new clothes and some money. I'll get Sianne to do that because she is meant to be attentive grandma lady. So come in and bottle feed the baby, Sianne. They're going to have to go. I want them to have a bit of privacy, so I'm going to have them go out here. Or maybe like down to the basement where I can lock the door so no one can walk in on them. And I feel like, oh, who did you get negative relationship with? Did he just get like a big negative relationship with the baby? He probably did because he probably tried to autonomously do something she didn't need. So, you know, the grandparents are looking after Marigold and these guys have come down here. Now, I think he's going to try starting with a flirt. So he's going to, I guess, give her props because she did a great job and he's going to whisper seductively to her. And then I think she's going to have a deep conversation with him because she's seen how bad moody he can be. And she's like, no, he's agreed for whether he wants to or not. He's going to be looking after this baby. And I am happy to be distantly involved in Marigold's life, but I'm not ready for this commitment. I want to go to university. I want to go out and hang out, with my friends and go clubbing, and I'm young. And he's like, I'm young as well. So it's starting out with a deep conversation. Currently it's a suggested conversation. He's like, hey, you want to woohoo? And she's like, we can't, you've only got a single bed, which by the way would not stop them. And he's like, well, there's a shower. And she's like, yeah, but we need to talk, Phoenix. And he's like, no, come and get in bed with me, Phoenix, get out of the bed. So I think I'm actually going to have them start to argue. He's going to maybe throw some shade at her. He's the one, I figure he's hot-headed. He's more likely to get mad, right? We'll say argue about school. Because he's arguing about the fact that she is prioritizing school over his daughter or their daughter. And the thing is that his priority is not actually Marigold. It's him. He's like, look, you're prioritizing your school over me and you're prioritizing it over our kid. What about me? This is all about me. I'm painting him out to be a bit of a rat bag, but I figure at the moment he's thinking in a certain way, which is a very selfish teenage boy, always been the apple of his parents' eye, but also kind of neglected a little bit. And she's like, look, I kind of want to go home to my parents now. Maybe he thought her being in the house would mean that they could sneakily woohoo with one another. And it's not that he necessarily thought that they'd live happily ever after. It's that he thought maybe the two of them were on the same page. He's starting to get quite mean to her. She's really angry. You can't be mad at me. This is your decision making. Why? How dare you be mad at me? I should be the one who's being mad at you. She's really mad because he's riled her up. He's suggesting she's being selfish and she's like, well, that's pretty rich coming from you. Let's be real, Phoenix. Your concern here isn't me and Marigold. Your concern is yourself. And he's obviously not going to accept that. And look how quickly this has gone down. I think this relationship was always destined to fail, honestly. The speed with which this has gone from really high, that's a sign. All right, I think she's going to dump him. I think this relationship, it's going to be her. She's like, nah, I'm done with you, Phoenix. I'm going to move home. I've had enough. I'm done with you and your drama. I'm done with this whole situation. I wish we'd never woohooed in the first place. Let's open this. So they feel deeply connected, but also she's bitter about the breakout. She can't quite shake some resentment toward Phoenix about how their romantic relationship ended. Elsa might find it unpleasant to be around Phoenix. He is fuming. Just the sight of Elsa gets on Phoenix's nerves these days. How dare Elsa show her face? That being the case, I'm going to have him ask her what her problem is and maybe act tough. And then I'm actually going to move her out. I'll move her back in with her parents, even though it's middle of the night. Just let me stew in my bitterness in peace. Some things are hard to forget or forgive, okay? Oh, the baby's crying. She knows. She's like, my parents. Come on. Cuddle her and coo at her. So they're done. I'm going to have Elsa come upstairs and basically thank either Darnell or Sianne. Yeah, Sianne's come out. She's taking care of the baby. Phoenix has gone to bed. He's sulking. So Elsa's come upstairs and she's having a bit of a whinge about Phoenix and saying, look, I'm sorry. You guys have been really kind to me, letting me stay here and everything. But we've broken up and it feels weird. Look at this text he sent me. It feels weird that we're under the same roof. Cyan's like, are you okay? And she's like, look, I'm fine. So I am going to move her out. I think I have to go I don't think there's a way to do it via MC Command Center. Obviously, I could just kick her out of the family. But if I want her to actually go into the other house, I'm going to have to reload the lot. I'm going to have Darnell come over and really quickly just try and calm her down and say goodbye and say, look, you will always be welcome in our home to see your daughter. If you ever change your mind about how much you want to be involved in her life. And Elsa's like, well, it's not like I don't want to be involved in her life at all. I just, I can't raise her. I can't, I've got all these plans. Phoenix might be happy being a nobody, but I've got all these plans. Now, Phoenix is not going to be a nobody. He's going to end up, obviously, with the challenge. He needs to end up being the president of the whatever world. President of Oasis Springs. or wherever he ends up living. So he won't end up being a nobody. But at the moment, he's not very driven, you know? Oh, now she's feeling sad. Now she's like, I just can't. But I'm just going to move her back in with her parents and we'll sort of pick up in the morning. I loaded the lot back up and Sianne got a fame quirk, whatever, a refined palate. Basically, if she's not eating excellent quality food, she'll pitch a fit. Now, I never actually chose her fame benefit. I guess I'll go for noticeable. I could quit the spotlight and then just get rid of the whole thing, but honestly, I think it's quite funny that she's like, oh no, I only eat the finest quality vegetarian meals. Oh, the baby's crying. Sianne. I think Sianne has the baby monitor at the moment. Maybe it doesn't work through the steel reinforcing of the basement, but also because Phoenix and Elsa just broke up, and I actually think that she'd be like, I'll deal with this for tonight at least. I mean, it's bad, right? Because I'm trying to get her promoted, so I'm trying to look after her needs. She needs to have 2 breakthroughs. I might go to work with her today because usually when you get leveled up, like when you get a promotion, there's usually new science upgrades and things you can do. So he's checking his social media timeline. He's like, has she updated her timeline to say that we broke up? And she has. She's marked her status as single. Everyone's commenting because obviously there was the social media photos of the baby and then this, you know, I'm single and I've moved back home, and probably the hate would be going in both directions, I feel like. So he's talking to Kara because she's seen he's online. She's like, are you okay? The thing is, Kara's actually a little bit annoyed at Phoenix because of the whole he got Elsa pregnant. I think Kara has feelings for him. You know, she was maybe a little bit hurt that he latched onto Elsa. Maybe she thought he'd end up with her and, you know, she would have stayed with him. She wouldn't have stormed off and left him. And he's like talking to her, but he probably can't see any of that. He's way too focused on himself right now. I might actually have him go to school and work hard, and we'll see if we can get him to A student before he ages up. I think that would help him out with his career, although I don't know, does A even make a difference, really? Now, for his aspiration, he does need to go on another date. I don't know who that's going to end up being with. I haven't quite figured that part out yet. Oh no, little Sage, you're sick. Ruby Berry, stop that right now. Darnell, come in here and parent your child. She's like, what? So I think she's acting out at the birth of Marigold in the exact same way Phoenix acted out when she was born. It's the circle of life, you guys. I'm actually going to leave this part here because in the next part it'll be the weekend. It'll also be Ruby's Ruby's birthday, and I kind of don't want to rush that. We have our little baby 3rd gen heir. I can't believe that I've done this to myself where I have 3 gens to work on at once, and yet here we are. So if you've enjoyed, please like and subscribe. You know the drill. Don't forget to wash your hands. I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.